Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to start a web app project from scratch on React.js and deploy it on Firebase. When we talk about React, there are two waves of starting an application. Today my focus is not to tell you which framework to use, which one is better, but rather just create a project and tell you how we can deploy it, what are the options. So if you go to the React website, you'll find there's a library for web, and there are two options for creating the application. One is the legacy way that you can use. So basically, there's this command for npx create React app, which creates a project with the name that you provide. And there's another powerful way. There are many full stack React frameworks available like Next.js, Remix, Gatsby, Expo, etc. So if you have the knowledge, and if you know how Next.js works or Remix works, you can try using them. It doesn't make a difference in deployment, but for today we are going to use the legacy way. And if you want to learn how React works, what are the frameworks used, how CSS is employed in React application, then of course it is available in public website from react.dev. Go to learn React and you'll find everything from quick start to how to make a full web application from here. Okay, let's go to the terminal and navigate to our project folder. Okay, let's go to the learning project and we will create a new project over here. Prerequisites are that npx should be installed in your machine. You should have node, you should have npm. I have everything set up. If you don't have it, then you should go to the React documentation and find out what's really needed and install all the prerequisites over there. I'm creating a project with the name my app. So I've used the command npx create React app my app. You can use any name that you want for your application. Note that this is just a demo application and we are not going to do much in the front end for today. Once it is done, you'll see that this creates a template project in React, which will have some basic folder structure, src folder, public folder that you can deploy. Okay, let's see what we have here. My application, if I go to my app, we have package.log, public folder, node modules, package.json, src, and we can even look at the finder. So ready. If you go to the finder, you'll see there's my app. There are node modules which are already installed by this create script. You will find a package.json. There's a public folder with default template logos and wave icons. We have src folder where basically everything that you're going to work in the project is going to stay there. Right now it does have index.css, logo, and amp.js. Let's see what does it show in the browser, and we are going to just start. This will deploy it in localhost for now, and nothing much. It just shows a learn React page. Let's quickly move to our VS Code. Let's open our my application in VS Code now. Yes, I trust the authors. Go to src app.js file. We are not going to edit much, but just so that we know that this is changed from our side, I'm going to say okay, this is my project, my app. We'll save the changes this should automatically load on the local host, and you see that this is uploaded over here. This is my project, my app. All right. Now let's move to the deployment. Nothing much we are going to do on the front end side today. Ready with development and you want to release your web application, there are many options available out there in the market. There is Firebase, there is Heroku, there is AWS, Amazon Web Console, and then there is Google Deployment Manager. So there you'll find plenty of options, tools available in the market for the deployment. I would suggest, if you're just testing and you do not have a lot of dynamic things in your website, go for the easiest one. For testing, I believe Firebase is the easiest to deploy, and also it's readily available, not so much hassle in installing it in your project. So it's just the easiest way that you can deploy an application in the production and test it. Other ways we're going to talk about the next videos, in the upcoming videos. Watch out for more. But for today, let's stick to the Firebase. Why am I saying so? Because it's just 5 minutes of your time, and then it will easily deploy in Firebase by itself. Google Deployment Manager, AWS have other functionalities. For example, if you want to store the secrets, hashes, or if you want to add more security to your website, then use those tools. There are many APIs available in Google Cloud. It also provides you some credit in the beginning. So everything has its pros and cons. You'll find plenty of tutorials available in the browser, in the website, which will teach you which one you should choose and when. Let's start with the Firebase, and you'll know why I'm saying it, that this is best for testing. I'm gonna just name our project as my app. So basically what you'll do, you'll go to firebase.google.com, go to console, create your sign up. If you have not signed up yet, we have to register over there, and then you create a project. Name your project and then continue. It will ask you if you want Google Analytics for your project. I'm gonna switch this off, but this is also a plus, that if you're using Firebase, you can add analytics to your project, and it provides a seamless integration. You don't have to worry about Google Tag Managers, analytics integrations, creating a measurement ID over there. It's just hassle free. For now, we're gonna disable it, create a project. And this is for free because it's a testing base, and if you want to deploy it in production, you will think about securities and most of the applications that are there in the market, and if you're going to production, you will use environment variables and secrets, and in that case Firebase is not a best option. Okay, our project is ready. Once it is ready, you'll see a dashboard like this. You can host iOS application, Android application, web application with the help of Firebase, and Unity projects as well, or Flutter. Let's start with the web. Our web app name is Maya, and we want to set up the Firebase hosting. That's why we are here. So we have no deployments yet. We register application. Okay, how do you install in Firebase in your application? It gives you step-by-step tutorial. Just copy this in your code and you will be quickly ready. First, we have to install the Firebase. So let's go to our terminal. We say npm install Firebase. Once this is installed, you need to add this configuration in your project. So basically what it does, it initializes the app from the framework. With the configuration, it provides you an API key, auth domain, project ID, storage bucket, etc. And finally, it initializes the app with Firebase config for you. Then you can use this app for analytics or and so many things. But we need to configure this firebase API key in our project so that firebase knows that the deployment is coming from this API key. Let's open our VS Code, and what we're gonna do is copy this code from here. In a real production scenario, you are never going to store these credentials in a app.js file. You will use environment variable or .env files. Just for this deployment, I'm going to store it in app.js, and I'm pretty sure that you will do something better in the production code. For today, we are going to initialize the firebase config inside use effect. And again, if you are not familiar with React development, go to React official website, and there are very nice tutorials available over there. So what I'm going to do is move this firebase config inside use effect, and that's it. We don't need this comment. Okay, done. And what's next is we install all the firebase tools. We'll need these firebase tools for hosting. While this is being installed, let's see what's next we have to do. Okay, let's start with firebase login. I'm already logged in, but if you are not logged in yet, it will take you to the browser. You have to authenticate yourself, and then it will take you back to the terminal. Next one is firebase init. When you start initialization, it will ask you some questions. Which firebase features do you want to set up? Let me zoom this in. Okay. I don't want real-time database. I don't want Firestore. Today we are just going to take hosting and not on GitHub action deploys. Nothing much, so I'll just hit enter. Which public directory you should use when you're deploying a React application? Firebase needs a public folder, and in our React application, it's build folder. Firebase does not run build by itself. You have to build your project and then provide it to Firebase for deployment. If you do it using GitHub action deploys, it will generate your script, and once you merge something into the GitHub, it will create a build for you because it's written in the script. But right now we are doing manual deployment, so you have to choose this correctly. Now it's a single page application, so we'll select yes. Set up automatic builds and deploys with GitHub, no. For today, no, but if you want, you can do it, and it will create scripts for you that once merged to GitHub, it will automatically build and deploy the project in Firebase for you. Initialization is complete. Now it says Firebase deploy. Let's see if our project has a build folder. Project has a build folder with index.html because this is pre-built. Let's check Firebase deploy. It generates a hosting URL for you. Okay, now it works. So you know what to do. If you want to deploy a static website, use Firebase, and how to do it, we just saw how. Right now there is no analytics at it yet. If you want, you can add it, but if you're don't want analytics in your application, that is also absolutely fine. Otherwise, you can go to the Firebase and enable Google Analytics. You need to select an account. I'm going to select the default one and enable the analytics for Firebase. Add the SDK and then finish. That's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Let me know if you learned something, and in the next video we are going to talk about something more interesting. Thank you. Bye.